Pro Late model.
Prevailed and takes home the checkers here at Knoxville Raceway.
Checker flag is out for Spangler as he come across the line here.
The 217 coming off of 4. It'll be hit.
Coming there off 3 and 4. Salas gets win number 2 of the night.
Randy Shreves from 19th to victory.
The cars 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win. It's going to be Shreves getting the win.
He sees the checkered flag win. Give it to William Watson.
Yo, 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 tune in, don't miss Shaggy TV, hit him with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. Cue the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I'm Zach Chapman, a.k.a. Shaggy. And we're ready to bring you a little bit of Thursday Night Thunder here in Florida at the Volusia Speedway Park. This should be a really good one. I mean, we're missing some guys because they are, well, down at Volusia right now, and we're still pushing. We have 17 on the charts, 4 guys. So do a little math there. 21 boys set to go play here. So this should be a good kickoff here for your Hawks Garage 358 mods. Got Adam Flieger running side by side there with Harold Klump in the 35 machine. Adam, gonna be your broadcaster later, and I just realized my trading paints timed out while we were doing all this setup here, so some things may change, some things may stay the same. Find out together here. As you can see, Isaac, he already had his paint scheme on there. Let's see though if it changed for tonight. Maybe is running something different. Oh, there we go. Nope, went back to the normal. Adam still, yeah, see, so most guys, they haven't changed their paint files here. They let you save. Basically, that's kind of like a cheat thing too, a way to take paints, but everybody's paint is always saved in your folder under their driver number. I forget how many they keep, but that way, if Trading Paints ever does back down, it's normally an older paint of theirs rather than just the iRacing base, unless they decided to get cheap, quit paying for Trading Paints here. Got about 2 minutes or so. Normally right when the practice hits around that 30-minute mark, they'll get ready to go. Let's load back over into the other room. Oh, we have 3 rooms now, and Alec Uber is in a room all by himself. Old lonely Alec. But yeah, these paints all need to re-up again here, the guys in room 2. Let's see, that's the 66 of Chad Lackey and the 26 on the bottom there of Maverick Seidel doing a little paint trading themselves. Maverick had a good run Monday. Won the Rebels race, competing up there for the Renegades. I mean, he had a good run, and I mean, this would literally just be the cherry on top. He could roll into another good run here and try to get himself a C2C Gator. As the 747 of Michael Vecchio rolls around the racetrack all by his lonesome. Let's see who the strut has in front of him. It's Mike Guida. And then in front of him, the 122, Brian Dickens. As always, Brian Dickens. Repping the stars and bars. Ooh. Does Brian Dickens hang on? Now I can't. Am I going to... Nope. Not going to really get one here. Let's see if I... Do I not have a zoom camera here? There's no way. Oh, there we go. Somewhat zoom. But no, not going to get to take a look at this rear end. He had a peacock on there, I think. Oh, yeah, there we go. They're in the middle. I just noticed them. Peacock feathers. They're going up the middle there. We might have to call him the peacock. I mean, he's got feathers right there in the center. I'd love to... Man, what view would I have? Look at it a little bit. There you can kind of see what I was talking about. Little peacock feather. That'll be going down either side of him, but here, checkered flag waves on warm-ups. We get ready to go qualifying. 22 guys right now in the session is Joseph Grandy, the newest member to come join the party down here in Florida. No practice time for him, though. We'll see if that helps or hurts, as we got a couple guys going out here battling for who's going to be first. And I think I was right with the first guy. Yeah, Kurt Schatzer. Maybe by a half a car length. 3 guys under the blanket here is lap 1 underway. Superman got the cape flapping here, rolling through 1 and 2. Off the top shelf, has it smooth. Not a lot of y'all. That's what you want to see. Just keep it straight. Keep the rear end with the grip. Purple. It looks good. Oh, the 218 with the 16.43. What a lap to kick off qualifying. That's going to be a tough bar to beat. But if anybody can beat that bar, we know this guy's got a decent shot. Let's see what Salsa has as he rolls off of 4. Gets his first flag. He's P7 as William Watson goes to the top of the hill here in the 23 machine. William Watson. Final time around. He's slower through Sector 1. Slower through Sector 2 as well. William Watson with the 16.37. Hoping to stay quick time as we're running out of dogs here in this fight. Putt. Here we go. We're back to it again. We're back to the riffraff here. He's going to shift it neutral. See if he can figure it out here. I'd show you, or no, we do have Brian Dickens. Yeah, we won't bore you with. I was going to say nobody else is on the racetrack as Brian Dickens comes across the line. P3 for his final time. The Peacock going to put himself inside of the top 3, which may sound good to you folks at home, but in the scheme of things now, I would think 3 heat races, 7 drivers apiece. He is going to have to start P4, so not what he wants to see, and actually not 7 drivers apiece because, of course, we had 22, so that would make 8, 7 and 7, and here is. No, it's not, because we have to click on the driver first. Now here it is. Your starting lineup for your Hawks Garage 358 Modified Heat Race number 1, row 4 to the top shelf, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy to the inside the deuce of Alec Uber. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 26 of the Protege Maverick Seidel to the inside, the 397 of the Canadian Alex Pomerleau. Row 2 to the high side, your quick time in the 23 Bart William Watson to the inside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. row one. For heat race number 1 to the outside, the 66 of Chad Lackey, and starting on the pole, the 066 of the strut, Mike Weida. All right, obviously, you know the benchmark. 24 guys get the race here in Coast to Coast. So we didn't clear that tonight with all the boys down south partying. So everybody going to make the A main tonight. You're just racing for your starting feature spot. Hopefully the boys acknowledge that. And we behave, play nice with each other. But we're about to find out as drivers roll through 1 and 2. Behind that Steve King Foundation pace car for the final time. Down the backstretch here, some guys playing the mind games, some guys revving. That's what you got to do. You don't necessarily always win that thing, you know. In the race car, you got to play mind games as you look to that Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. The strut on the bottom. This is the battle for the 66 supremacy. Chad Lackey wins out here going into 3. Now the strut slides up to the top shelf. Opens the door wide open for Mr. Sharp Objects. Jeff Sharp cuts his way into P2. William Watson trying to work the bottom as well. But now Mike Weida, he's got the outside rolling. He's coming back. Choo-choo on the top shelf. 3 wide. William Watson on the inside. Chad Lackey pulling away. He continues to lead. Jeff Sharp had to get on the binders there. Had the door slammed in his face. Maverick Seidel tried to capitalize. He couldn't because he's got company underneath. That's $100,000. Joseph Grandy working the inside. Can he get by him at the line? He does. Now he works on Jeff Sharp. To the inside, Seidel has to get on the binders. Gets into the back of Grandy. Loses another spot to Alex Pomerleau. And meanwhile, Chad Lackey sees the cross flags. We are halfway. William Watson sends it on the bottom here. He's hunting for P2. What can the 23 do? Gains ground through the middle of 3 and 4. At the line, though, it's the 66. The strut continues to taunt him on the outside, high and wide. The 66 in the place to be. And we are running out of time. 2 laps to go left in this show as Chad Lackey crosses the line. William Watson continues to work the inside. He's had enough. Slide job. Crisscross. The 66 underneath has him back going into 3. What lines he choose? The middle. Keeps it there. Slides up. William cuts underneath. White flag waves. 1 lap to play. William to the inside here. He chooses to keep it down there. The strut on the outside trying to defend him. But Chad Lackey through 3 and 4 for the final time. Sees the checkered flag wave. He wins heat race number 1. Mike Weida, P2. Watson, 3rd. Sharp, Grandy, Pomerleau, Seidel, and Uber. Round out your field. What a race there to the line for P2. And we'll get ready to take a look at that starting lineup for heat race number 2. Once again, everybody to the show. Rounding out the field, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 3 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. To the inside, the 93 of Butters, Chase, and Butterfield. Row 2 to the outside, the 218 of Superman, Kurt Schatzer. To the inside, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker. Row 1 for heat race number 2. To the outside, the 57 of Brian Lawson, and starting on the pole, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Barker's been in the hunt for a couple of these past couple weeks. Can't remember where we were at last week, but he was in third there for a while. I think he ended up coming home fourth or fifth. He had a good run, and I'm telling you, if Barker could go up here and win heat race number 2, that would be a big stepping stone in collecting his first feature win here of the 2026 season in your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. Speaking of Hawks Garage, we got Kim out there chiming in. No Uncle Ron yet. We got Mommy Salas. As we watch Jeff Barker roll through 3 and into 4 for the final time. Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. We look to the Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Oh, right away, Butters. He made his move, throws it under the 1-5 of the missile. He loses 2 spots, but the battle is on for the lead. Jeff Barker on the bottom. Here comes Brian Lawson on the outside. And Dino, there he is at the real Volusia. I wish I could be watching that right now. I hope you boys are having fun, but we are here. The 513 to the inside. No, he doesn't send it up. Plays nice. He thinks twice. Brian Lawson leads the way. 6 laps left to play. Here comes Superman on the outside. Cape flapping in the breeze. Kurt Schatzer. What can he do? Goes half a lane higher, trying to build up some steam. Can't shoot to the middle, though. Brian Lawson, too big of a gap. Jeff Barker continuing to work the inside. Here we go. Battle on for 4th as well. Butters and the missile. Striker on the bottom gets it done. Butters falls back to P5. But top 3 under the blanket. Menage a trois for the lead. 4 laps to play. Who is going to lead the way here coming to the end of this lap? Looking like the 57. Brian Lawson has it again. 3 laps to go. Kurt Schatzer sandwiched in the middle here. Peanut butter or jelly, your choice. Possibly a mixture, but nobody wants to be that, man. You want to be the top bun. 2 laps to go. Can Kurt Schatzer go and have a little fun here? Inside off of 2. Couldn't get the nose to stick. He is running out of corners here. White flag waves. 1 lap to play. Brian Lawson out front into 1 for the final time. Off of 2. Kurt Schatzer just not close enough, and Brian Lawson has to be feeling good. Protects through 3. Off of 4. Checkered flag waves. Brian Lawson, Superman, Barker, Stryker, Butterfield, Flieger, and Vecchio rounds out heat race number 2. Oh, man, these heat races. Boy, we got some good racing. We are going to have quite the treat here in tonight's A-Main, but we still have 1 more heat race left. Let's take a look at that starting lineup if I can click the correct button. Putt-putt, Clay Christopherson rounding out the field in the 051. You saw him have those transmission troubles there in qualifying. What are you going to do? Row 3 to the outside, the 096 of Chris Alvey. To the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 2 to the outside, the 122 of Brian Dickens. To the inside, the 5, who looks to maybe have an EOL penalty here, of Isaac Salas. And row 1 for heat race number 3 of your Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. To the outside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. And starting on the pole, the 35K of Harold Plum. So we'll do 1 more trip around here before we get set to go play. I did see, well, obviously Dino commented there, but man, those boys got the party with Mr. Friesen last night. I bet you that was quite the time. How cool is it, man, to, I talked to my dad and I'm like, man, can you believe he raced again already? And I mean, my dad just has that response. Well, he's a racer, and he's right, man. Some people have it, and that guy, dude, he's just got it. Some people, no fear, get right back in, go back at it. Man, it's like he never fell off the horse. Right back in victory lane. Big win. As we look to the Florida sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. Clay right away gets to the outside. Oh, but the 213 shuts the door, goes across the nose. Clay Christopherson maybe gets a piece of it here. Comes to a stop. Maybe he felt like it was his bad. I don't know. Either way, 3 wide for P2. Isaac Salas tummy tapping downstairs here. The 5 almost clips the inside wall, but he gets a 2 for 1 here on lap number 2. And Isaac Salas looking for the lead on lap 3. Here we go, salsa. Isaac Salas going fishing. How low can he go? It's the P5, or it's the 5 machine, P1 at the line. Billy Roberts looking to do the same thing here. He's following Isaac Salas. Billy sends it in here. Doesn't go as low as Isaac. And Isaac gets a big drive off of 4. He escapes. Almost half a second out front here with 4 laps to go. Look at Brian Dickens working. Not sure where he wants to go. Gonna have to make up his mind quick, though, here as we click the wrong camera again. You're gonna go to the bottom. You're gonna go to the outside. You're gonna go to the middle. You're gonna make it 3 wide. What are you gonna do here? If you're the 122, we're running out of corners. 2 laps to go. 4 sets of turns left here in this show. Works to the inside, but can't find the drive. And Isaac Salas, long, good, gone. 1 second out front as the white flag waves. 1 lap to play. Brian Dickens works himself up into P3. Can he get 1 more? Billy Roberts slips up on the rug here. He goes to the outside. Isaac Salas off of 4. Sees the checkered flag wave. It's going to be Roberts, Dickens, Klump, Alvey, Vitale, and Christopherson. There, let's make sure. I've got to make sure. Yeah, Roberts did beat Dickens. Okay, I've got to make sure. Stick around. We'll be back on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. About that time to go and play here at the Volusia Speedway. 22 of Coast to Coast best are set to go play here, doing 120 plus mile an hour. Let's see who's going to bring it home. But first, you know the drill. We got to get ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineup. Rule 11, rounding out the field to the outside, the deuce of Alec Uber. To the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 10 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. To the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. Row 9 to the high side, the 213 of Michael Vitale. To the inside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. Row 8 to the outside, the 397 of the Canadian Alex Pomerleau. To the inside, the 096 of Chris Alvey. Row 7 to the high side, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. To the inside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. Row 6 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump. To the inside, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker. Row 5 to the outside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. To the inside, the 122 of Brian Dickens. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. To the inside, the 23 of William Watson. Row 3 to the high side, the 099 of the Gears Unlimited machine of Billy Roberts. To the inside, the Superman cape wearing 218 of Kurt Schatzer. Row 2 to the high side, the 066 of the Strut, Mike Weeda. To the inside, the 5 of Salsa, Isaac Salas. And row 1 for your Hawks Garage Coast to Coast Racing League Thursday Night Thunder 358 modified A main. To the outside, the 57 of Brian Lawson. And starting on the pole, the 66 of Chad Lackey. As the drivers roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, we take a look at the Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Your A-main is underway, and we are wasting no time. 3 wide for the lead there as they enter 1. But Lackey gets the big drive off. He's your leader, but we're battling for second. Superman on the bottom doesn't like the cape down there. Easy to get stepped on. Kurt Schatzer would rather be high and wide, letting that thing flap in the breeze. But Brian Lawson, the Magnum up top in that 57 machine, looking 3 wide as the stars and bars take a peek on the bottom. Brian Dickens on the move, started 9th, but baby, he's up to 3rd. As the yellow flag waves, first caution flag of the night. Butters involved. Let's see if we can take a little peek at what happened here to this 93 machine. Let's go up top. You can see there it catches the wall, and it's never gonna save itself. I imagine he gets into these tires pretty hard up here. A little foreshadowing. Oh, he missed them totally. Figured it was safer to hit the concrete, which, you know, I do question that decision for safety aspects. You know, I'm thinking neither of them are going to be fun to hit. Don't you twist my words, you know. But boy, I think I'm, you know, if I had my choice, concrete divider or a giant tractor tire, I'm probably going to hit the tractor tire because I'm thinking, well, I don't know. Maybe there's a little give in that, but I don't know. You hit that concrete barrier hard enough, he may have moved. It may not have been a problem. I don't have a camera up there to see if we widened out the racetrack or not. But I do see the boys doubling up here. We're going to get set to go back and play here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Brian Lawson arguably in, the favored line. But here, that's the deal. You're up front. You earned that as far as I'm concerned. Leader starts it. We don't wait for the green flag. So he's got to get a good jump here with the 66 of Chad Lackey. Got to nail the restart as we look to that sky. The green flag is high. We are back underway at the Volusia Speedway. Lap 3, 28 laps left to go play. Plenty of time here. Superman, though, he steps on the cape. Teammate now on the outside. Brian Dickens looking to take advantage. Schatzer loses 1-2 spots. Can he get up in line behind this 122? Who knows? We're battling behind Billy Roberts on the outside. Oh! Almost 4 wide. Hang on, boys. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Mike Weeda gets a little help there from Mike Stryker. Just wanted to set him up good for the corner entry. Oh, now Weeda slipping. Able to gather him back up, but they are 3 wide behind. Jeff Sharp on the top shelf. The Burlington Beast picking him up and putting him down on the bottom. The 513. Oh, man, the ants go marching on the bottom. Look at them go. Claes Christopherson doing it. Isaac Salas needing to do it as well. There's no other place to go. We're running out of room. Pomerleau in the middle in that 397. Now he gets a breather there. Finally clears Barker. Can send it in deep. Slides up. Now he's stuck on the outside. 3, almost 4 wide. Here we go. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Look at the show here in Florida. Isaac Salas looking to pick him up here. They're banging on the outside. Pomerleau now shoved to the top. Barker in the middle there. Oh, Pomerleau gets run up the hill one more time. 4 wide, Alex Pomerleau. Oh boy, and all this while Chad Lackey, he's yawning out front. He's wondering what he's going to have for dinner when he's done. Big boy lead. But can he keep it up here? It's settling down behind him. It's a lot of single file. Teammates may be going to work here to run down that 66. But Joseph Grandy might be the first wrench in that plan here. Look at the 518. Back to the action, though, here. These guys continue to go to war. This is for 10th, I want to say, through 16th, basically, on your screen. This is unbelievable. We're 3 wide once again. William Watson on the bottom. The 23 trying to get some spots back here. I believe he may have had a EOL as well or was involved in that first caution and I missed it. But either way, the 23 knows he's got a lot of work ahead of him here and needs to go. As Clay Christopherson leading the hard Chargers here. He's up 12 spots. Up to 9th is slide job. Isaac Salas throws one behind him. Oh boy, he put the strut in a tough spot. But Mike Weeda makes the smart move there, gets on the binders. He does lose 2 spots. But we continue to stay green here. 16 laps to go. Maverick Seidel, he goes around. And we have a caution flag. Couldn't tell what kicked this off here with Maverick. Excuse me, but I did see him go around there on the top of our screens. And Alvey just drives it in deep, really gets in. Really, I mean, he hooks it up. Looks like, you know, I mean, he may have hit the line perfect, whereas Seidel goes a little too high, you know, just misjudges corner entry. But at the end of the day, you know, I think Alvey would say, you know, that's on me to lift out of that. But, you know, it happens so quick that it's not, I don't think, to me, it doesn't look like any malicious intent behind that. I think that little wild. But either way, it gives these boys a chance to hit the reset button here. Calm down. And see if they can't figure out or devise a plan here to get around this 66 who has continued to lead the way from just the drop of the hat here. Led the first half. Can he lead the most important lap, though, that final one? That's going to be the test. And really, some of these guys have to hope that, you know, we're not in the cautions breed cautions world. Because if that does start to happen, you know, we may see guys like Clay Christopherson, Isaac Salas, maybe play a factor in this. And Joseph Grandy, he probably knows that, sitting on the outside of row 2. So expect that 518. Get a little mean here, get aggressive. As we click the wrong camera again, we take a look to that Florida sky. The green flag is high. We're halfway, 15 laps left to play. Great restart there by Lackey and Grandy. Just like I said, gotta go. Can't let those boys devise a plan there. They're teammates, that 122 and the 218. You've got to find a way to split the group up. Hell, you got to find a way to get around the group. Grandy gets one. Can he get another one? And he's got some company. Billy Roberts looking low, but now look at that. Brian Lawson on the outside. The 57 machine holding on to that top 5 spot. Here we go. Clay continues to work the bottom. You see Isaac Salas think about taking that pink 5 in the middle, 3 wide. He wises up, doesn't do it. Thinks best. As we continue to see the top 5 single file. When we get back to 6th, 7th, 8th, that's when the boys start to dive out of line as the caution flag waves one more time. I think this may have happened through 3 and 4. It's Adam Flieger here in the 38 machine. We'll see if we can see what happened to. Yeah, he gets fed a little sandwich. I'm not. Let's see if he maybe you know, did something to upset the 747. No, everything looks clean there for that last lap, but yeah, he got fed there from the 747. That's a tough break for Adam Flieger. He's definitely just minding his own business up there. And that was a slide job, definitely very deep. That was, you know, you were never going to clear that, I don't think. Maybe just thought there was more room, trying to, you know, run him up a little closer to the wall, but ran out of room, and Flieger pays the price here. And the lights are off, I guess. I almost missed that. I would have missed that countdown. We are 1 to green. Going to go one more time. We will be single file the rest of the way, though. That's the 3rd caution. As the green flag waves, we are back underway. 11 laps left to play here at the Volusia Speedway. Lackey with a good jump there. Brian Dickens won as well, and he needed that. Want to stay semi-close here to Lackey, not just battling for the lead, but for self-preservation if you're Dickens here. You don't want to leave enough room for a slide job. You don't want to invite that 518 to dinner. And if you leave that gap open too wide, you might just find yourself in a little bit of trouble here, like I believe Maverick Seidel does, is our 4th caution of the night. Tried his best there to keep it straight, even towed it right away, but just a little bit of contact there between him and that 747 of Michael Vecchio sends him around, and we are back under caution here for the 4th time at the Volusia Speedway Park. Well, that gives me a chance to now. I'm trying to get my Roku stick to work on the dang TV. Of course, does it work? No, it doesn't. So we're going to turn the sound off on our phone, and we're going to get Dirt Vision up on the phone so I can kind of keep an eye on, make sure. We don't know. There might be Trevor, Dean. They may have been drinking pretty hard. There might be, waving their shirts around here. We do have some. What is it? Oh, it's heat race number 1 there for the big block. So they're getting ready to go play too. See, that's that dirt car intuition. I put it on right before they go play. As the green flag waves, we are back underway. 10 laps left to go. 9 laps here. As I can't do my math on the fly. Superman, he is going to need a whole lot more than math, though, to help out that 218. He goes around. Kurt Schatzer. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Tough break for this 218, who has been quick at different points throughout the season, but man, just can't seem to keep it all together. And let's see what happened here to the 218. So he gets a big shot there from Brian Lawson, sends him around, and Jeff Sharp, I mean, he's just as much of a victim as he could be there. Just gets tagged in that thing. You see, he loses the left front. And I think Kurt Schatzer just said, hey, enough's enough. I'm going to tow this thing. Good night. I do. And yes, Pete, they do breed cautions. And brother, I liked your picture. Dude, congratulations on getting married, my man. I have been married to my wife now. It'll be coming up 5 years this year, but I mean, we were one of those people, man. She was 17 and I was 19 and her parents we're going through divorce. I mean, we lived together for, oh my gosh. I mean, how old am I now? 34. I mean, we lived together for a long, long time before we ever actually tied the knot. She got her butt through school. But anyways, the moral of the story is I do not regret it at all, man. And I hope she makes you happy. And I hope you make her happier, because we both know that's the trick, brother. That is the trick. As we take a look to the sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 8 laps left to play here at the Volusia Speedway. Another fantastic jump there for Lackey. And unless we can stay green here, it's going to be really tough to run him down. But Grandy doing his best, taking a peek to the inside, knows he's got to go now. As Grandy on the inside can't do it. Brian Dickens too tough on the top shelf here, and we're 3 wide behind. Almost 4 wide here. Boy, oh boy. Roberts looking to get himself on the podium as Grandy stuck on the bottom. Brian Lawson, welcome to the top 3, brother. It's been a while since we've had an interview with that 57. Can he hold on? Grandy shopping downstairs, but man, that cart is getting full. Grandy. Oh, he's got a rear view mirror here. That 51. Clay Christopherson here moves to the middle. Can't make it 3 wide is Chad Lackey. Has 5 laps to play. Out front, all the action is behind him for that final podium spot. Lawson on the outside, putt, trying to make it 3 wide. Oh, Grady clips the inside wall. We got a big one. Oh, stack up. Going down the front stretch. And just like that, we are under caution. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's when I change cars. So we're going to park it here. Now it's going to be zoomed out, but you should know what to look for. So Grandy, I'm going to just click on it real quick. Whoops. Get that out of the way. Watch Grandy right there, that black car. He's going to shoot up the racetrack. We saw him clip the inside wall. Billy Roberts going to wonder, what did I do to this guy? The answer is you didn't do anything. You know, Grandy just racing hard, clips the inside wall. Roberts, he comes down, he grabs Clay Christopherson, and from here they both go up the racetrack, and mayhem just absolutely ensues. Everybody lands on the sneakers, though. So that is a plus in the iRacing world. As everybody knows, a toe can pretty much doom you. But able to go in there and get the quick repair. Keep everything rolling in the right direction. That's going to be a big thing. There you saw Adam. He had too much damage there. Had to tow, and he's got himself back up into 15th there after the mishap. Good for your next broadcaster of the evening here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Driver of that 38 machine. There's Chad Lackey set to do what he's done all night. Bring the field to what he hopes is a final restart. Can he bring it home? I believe we have 3 laps to play as the green flag waves. We do. 3 laps to go. Brian Dickens, best restart of the night for that 122. Now, can he sink the teeth in? What can the Peacock do here? Can he ruffle the 66's feathers? 2 laps to go, 1 mile to play. Brian is right there. This, I'm telling you, closest he's been. Chad playing a little defense, sliding up, going to grab the outside. Can Brian Dickens cut underneath? Not this time. White flag waves, 1 to go. Brian trying to gather up the chickens here, gives the 66 a little bump. 1 more, no, goes to the outside. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Lackey on the bottom. Dickens upstairs. Lackey brings home the checkered flag here. Give the 66 a gator in Volusia. Brian Dickens, speed 2. And Brian Lawson rounds out the podium in the 57 machine. Here we go. What a way to kick off the night here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Let's take a look at the full rundown here. Michael Vitale 4th. Isaac Salas drives back up to the top 5. Good run there for the 5. Mike Weida, Harold Klump, Jeff Barker, Jason Butterfield, and Clay Christopherson, your top 10. The rest of your field, let me find where my mouse is. There we go. Michael Vecchio, Jeff Sharp, Alec Uber, Chris Alvey, William Watson, Billy Roberts, Mike Stryker, Adam Flieger, Joseph Grandy, Alex Pomerleau, your top 20. Kurt Schatzer and Maverick Seidel round out the field. So we got to find that longer green flag run where the boys played nice with each other for a little bit. I think this is it. Find out together here. And here we got the man. Been a long time, brother. Brian Lawson, welcome back. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. I haven't run I mean, I ran a few Mondays earlier in the season. Haven't run a Thursday all season, just for the moment. Got the itch and said, you know what, I got nothing going on. Let me jump in there. So turned out to be pretty good. I'll take a top 3. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it seemed like, man, the racetrack, I don't know how you felt, but it seemed to be pretty racy. You could run the bottom if you were real smooth, but you also had the middle and, as we saw, the top, tippy top. And, man, that's where you were comfortable. How good were you up on the outside? It seemed like that's where you got all your moves done.
Yeah, towards the end, when I got knocked back to 6th there, and I passed a couple cars to get back up to 3rd, the outside was working for me in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 was more, kind of a mid slider line, I guess you could say. I wasn't going in real low. There was a couple times I tried going low, but I'm not that good down there. I mean, somebody like Clay might have been able to do it, but I'm not the best down there, that's for sure. So, I just ran that top and made some moves up there, and it got me to top 3.
Obviously, it's one of those things, cautions kind of breed cautions. What do you think was such, so tough? Just guys kind of driving turn 1 differently, and then just restacking them? Because it seemed like, once we'd spread it out, the racing was good, man, but those restarts were treacherous.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening back there. Luckily, I was in the top 5, 6 all night, which was far from always the case. But, I mean, would we have 5 cautions maybe?
I think so. Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, for that track, it probably should have been less. Probably should have been 2 to 3. But, things happen too. Somebody might overdrive the corner. Somebody might body slam somebody else, and things happen,
Yeah, no,
all of us.
Most definitely. It was just, we had that one early, and then we went I think 15 laps green flag, and you guys were, obviously the break probably was well received from you guys, but then you ended up getting a couple of them. But hey, at the end of the day, man, you hold it together, you bring home the podium. That's a hell of a run here for the boys at Venom. Congratulations. You got anybody you want to thank?
Well, first I want to apologize to Kurt. I didn't mean to get into the back of him in that one restart. I was heading to the inside, and I thought he was going to go to the middle, kind of the same he did on the restart before, and I got into him, and that spun him out. And want to say congrats to Chad. He had a great race. And obviously got to thank the guys at Venom, Dean, Super Dirt Car Series, you guys for all you do, Shaggy TV, Magnum Race Design, and I know I mentioned it before, but the boys at Venom. And a shout out to all those lucky son of a you-know-whats down in Florida at Volusia right now watching Dirt Car.
Yeah, they literally
got time to check out the race.
Yeah, they literally are watching it right now too, because Heat Race number 2 is underway. So you could say anything bad about them you wanted to right now. This would be the perfect time.
Oh, they'll watch it later. They'll watch it later. You kidding?
Well, hey, hell of a job, Brian. Hopefully, I'm talking to you after the big blocks, brother.
Thanks, brother. Have a good night.
Brian Lawson brings home P3, and now we get to talk to the man who, I'm telling you, Brian, well, I guess it was one of those, you're going to get it eventually. I mean, those restarts, okay, obviously you didn't think you were going to have caution after caution, but he kept getting you on the restarts, and I don't know what you did different that final time, but, man, you nailed it. You were right there within a car length, and you made him sweat, man. It was a close race coming to the line, a couple more laps. Maybe we're talking to you later, but, hey, at the end of the day, you put the heat on him, and that's a good P2. How are we feeling?
Yeah, those early restarts, I don't know what the restart rule is here, but it seemed like they were a little early. So I was trying to anticipate them a little bit. But no, everything was good. I like it when a track's about like that, where I can run a slider line. I really like doing that. Had fun. Congratulate Chad on a good win. And that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day, it looked like, I mean, obviously nothing you can do about it, but it looked like you and your teammate, they were going to go to work, and he got collected on the restart. What do you think it was there, man? Because it seemed like, we had that long green flag run, and normally this isn't a place where, turn 1, too treacherous. I mean, guys, yeah, they do run different lines, but not too much different here. What do you think was the problem there? Just, maybe impatience out of some guys there on restarts?
It had to be. I was kind of blown away because, like you said, usually don't get a whole lot of cautions here. And every caution, I definitely was cussing like hell. But because about time I get wound up, I mean, the damn caution comes out. But anyway, I don't know. I guess.
Well, hey, at the end. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Brian.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
I was going to say, well, at the end of the day, man, you weathered that storm, and I know, trust me, you were cursing. I'm not allowed to, but I was thinking it, man, robbing you of being able to run him down. But at the end of the day, you gave us a great show. Congrats on the P2. Who you want to thank?
I think Hawks Garage for sponsoring this. I want to thank Hammer Down Racing, On Edge Racing, Joe, Kurt, BT, Weta, you for the broadcast. That's everybody at C2C, of course, always, and appreciate it. Had a blast.
Well, hey, man, I love watching you race. You always put on a good show, and I can't believe I never noticed those peacock feathers on your car before. It took me until literally this week to notice the peacock feathers on the inside. So, hell of a job there, Peacock.
Let's just say the peacock stuff is not me. That's Weta. He painted a car, so I just let him keep it up there. How about that?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I won't let the nickname reflect then. Hell of a job there, Brian. Congrats, man.
All right, dude. Later.
See, that's making a whole lot more sense. That's okay. That's making a whole lot more sense here. But I'll tell you what. You had all of Canada on your back there, Chad. Congratulations, man. Big win. What? We lead all 30 laps? I believe so here. I mean, we start up front and we hold on. But at the end, man, that final restart, it was a little close. Could you hear him behind you?
I heard him and I felt him. He gave me a little tap there at the end, telling me he was there. But yeah, it was a great race tonight. What a weird track Volusia was tonight. I've never seen slider in both corners. That was pretty fun. That was new to me. So yeah, like I said, the car was not quite what I wanted it to be tonight. I wish it was a little tighter. It just seemed like off corner it would break loose on me just a little bit, and I noticed that's when Brian would catch up to me. So yeah, I just need the car a little bit tighter tonight, and I was kind of hoping the bottom was coming in. I know I tried on the last corner, and it seemed like Brian pulled up beside me, so I don't think it was quite there. But I think another 20-ish laps, bottom would have came in, and that's probably when I would have shined a bit more.
Now, that being said here, obviously probably not going to be as many laps on the racetrack. You guys just getting done now. But when we go to the big blocks, do you think with that little bit extra power, you'll be able to, baby it on the bottom easier into the corner and then motor off with all that grip?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, depending, like if it's bottom track, I should be okay. If it's top track, I don't think I'm gonna do very well. I'll probably you'll probably see me go backwards, but yeah, I'll still give it my best tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna hold my breath, man. Anytime you're in the show, you're always a contender, and man, led all 30 laps tonight. Hell of a job, Chad. Congratulations. Who we want to thank?
Of course, yourself, Shaggy, for doing the broadcast. Hawks Garage for coming on board tonight for sponsoring tonight's race. Billings Motorsports, Tommy Gun Customs, all the boys in Discord, Yurishi Media, Coast to Coast, and all the admins who put this league on. And say hi to everyone watching.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. Good luck here in these big blocks. We'll be rooting for you.
Thanks, Shaggy.
Chad Lackey bringing home the win. And with that, we step away, load up into the other session, and we get ready to roll here with your Village House Coffee big block modifieds. But, I mean, you heard him. I mean, he did my job for me. Chad Lackey, big thanks to Hawks Garage here for sponsoring the 358 mods. Stick around. We'll be back soon.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
You're tuned in. Shaggy TV with pressure talks and mistakes screen. From flag to flag, no filter clean. Truth in the call, uncut, unseen. If you live for speed, yeah, you already see. Race night hits harder on Shaggy TV.
Oh no, Maverick Seidel outside wall.
Oh, trying to ruin my camera, DJ. You promised me to be safe. Beating and banging him.
No polish here, no pretty disguise. Just rubber, steel, and truth in real time. When the moment hits, the signal's free. World tuned in, it's Shaggy TV.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, and well, it's a little quieter here for the big blocks, always is. Should still be a great show here as we let the boys roll in. We let the pipes take a break here, crank some tunes. Let's see if anybody's out on the racetrack. We do no such thing as cranking the tunes here. Actually, you know what? Let's just go a little lower here. Let's do something a little different here. Who we got coming out on the racetrack first? Harold Plump? Let's see here what we got. Harold Klump rolls that Hawk. Number 35. Off of 4. Takes the green flag here for lap number 1. Harold Klump should be the first guy to quote unquote set the bar here. It's lap number 1. Looks like Grandy may have just clicked him. Nope, right behind him there, as you could see. But he was your quick time, not for long. There's Mr. Scissors there, Jeff Sharp in the 280, top of the charts. Grandy, final time around. Does he improve? He does not. Jeff Sharp does not either. And the 280 machine as William Watson. Boy, oh boy, here we go. The Cowboy got the horse galloping here. The 23 off of 4. He's quicker through sector 2. Not a quicker lap time, though. Is he still P1? And the 23 machine, Clay Christopherson, not going to qualify. He's going to do his normal hijinks. And we'll have 14 drivers. Should be 2 heat races, 7 apiece. I just realized no Isaac, no Maverick either. I'm not too sure where those guys ran off to. Maybe they had enough tonight. But they know I know. I know better than to take it personal. Let's get ready here. We'll take a look, though. Starting grid heat race number 1. Like I say, 7 and 7 here, rounding out the field. The deuce of Alec Uber. Row 3 to the outside. The 397 of Alex Pomerleau. To the inside, your Hawks Garage 358 modified winner, the 66 of Chad Lackey. Row 2 to the outside. The 23. Your quick time once again, Bart William Watson. To the inside, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy. In row 1, for tonight's Village House Coffee Big Block Modified Heat Race number 1. To the outside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. And starting on the pole, the 099 of Billy Roberts. We'll do one more trip around the the Florida sun before we get set to go play here for good. Nobody talking on the Coast to Coast chat. It's quiet over there tonight, man. It's not very often that I have more people watching it on the various things that I stream it through than Coast to Coast side. Quiet evening. So the boys rev up. They get set to go play here. Final time through 3 and 4 as the Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. We look to the Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Right away, Joseph Grandy trying to hunt on the inside. Couldn't make it 3 wide. Billy Roberts shuts the door. He's your leader here as we roll off a 4, but man, Butters ain't going away. He continues to play the 93 high, wide, and handsome to the point off a 2. William Watson, here he goes. The 23, remember, he was your quick time. Had to start P4 with the invert. Looking for P2 here. Billy Roberts gives him a little room as Grandy, he gets shuffled out. The 518 shoved back behind the 397 of Pomerleau. We see William Watson up to P2. Does he have enough time to get to the back of the 93? The answer is yes. But can he get around? That's the real test. As William keeps taking little peeks here in that 23 machine. We ride off the left rear of the 93. See, William goes that full lane lower, finds a little bit of grip. But the problem is, even if he gets there, he wants to float up behind the 93. And man, Alex Pomerleau says, thank you. What a move on the inside through 1 and 2. The Canadian power down on the inside. Alex Pomerleau looking to get this thing done. He's got 2 more trips to do it. Billy Roberts gets muscled up the racetrack after a little bit of contact. The 99 not going to have a lot of time here to get him back as the white flag waves. 1 lap to play. Here comes Alex Pomerleau. Final time down the backstretch. He's not close enough. Butters doesn't even need to protect. Rolls the middle here off of 4. Checkered flag waves. It's Butterfield, Pomerleau, Watson, Grandy, Lackey, Roberts, and Uber. As we get ready to take a look, starting lineup for heat race number 2. We always forget now that we have to click a guy. Gosh, I can't wait till SDK fixes that. Rounding out the field, the 051 of Clay Christopherson. Row 3 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump. To the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. To the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. In row 1 for heat race number 2 here for your Village House Coffee. Big block modifieds to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. And starting on the pole, the 38 of Adam Fleeger. Alrighty here. Almost go time. 1 more trip around. I like that 213. I don't know if I've ever seen that paint from Michael Vitale. See, can we get one? Will this be the inside view? Or maybe this, oh, it's inside going down the backstretch. Yeah, that is pretty neat. I can't tell what what it's supposed to be, what I'm supposed to make out of it, but I definitely like the the design. As we look to the sky, the green flag is high. We're about to watch the dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. 3 wide right away for second. Oh, here comes Scissors cutting his way through the middle. Jeff Sharp. Oh, boy, sends it up in front of the 513. Barker gets in the outside wall. Gonna lose a bunch of spots. Jeffrey Sharp may lose a couple as well as Michael Vitale. He takes the invitation to go to battle for the lead here. Just those two at the front. This is Vitale's best chance here. He knows this. No company behind. He can make some moves, try to hit his grooves. He's right now just stuck behind that 38 of Adam Flieger, who right now has that train parked right on the tracks. The 38 leading with 5 to go. Vitale drives it in, leaves him a lane. They're side by side. Adam Flieger on the top shelf, looking to go high and wide. Vitale on the bottom, trying to cut a rug here. He leads at the line, 4 to go. Flieger, a little too sideways there, a little heavy on the throttle, coming off at 2. And you think you got that thing gripped up, man, and you go over a little shiny patch and you just lose everything you thought you had. And Adam Flieger suffering from that fate. Now looks to the inside. Battling for the lead once again. Vitale leaves him a little bit of room. Flieger has to lift there. 2 sticks in the air. 2 to go. Christopherson started last there after, well, just not wanting to qualify. Shame on him. Up to P4. He's got to get a little more, though, if he wants to make this thing a little easier, and he's not going to have time as the white flag waves. Vitale off at 2. Doesn't need to protect here. Big gap as they enter 3. Adam Flieger not going to have any pressure from behind either. As Vitale, Flieger, Comp, 1, 2, 3, Christopherson, Sharp, Vecchio, and Barker round out your field. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you.
"30 seconds left here in warm-ups. before the boys get ready to go play. 30 laps here at the Volusia Speedway and some big block modifieds. Let's get ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineup. Rounding out the field to the outside of row number 7, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the deuce of Alex Uber. Row 6 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio to the inside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. Row 5 to the tippy top, the 280 of Mr. Scissors, Jeff Sharp to the inside, the 66 of Chad Lackey. Row 4 to the outside, the 051 of Putt Putt. Clay Christopherson to the inside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. Row 3 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump to the inside, the 23 of your quick time, Bart William Watson. Row 2 to the outside, the 38 of Adam Flieger to the inside, the 397 of the Canadian, Alex Pomerleau. And row 1 for your Village House Coffee big block modified A-Main at the Volusia Speedway Park to the outside, the 213 of Michael Vitale, and starting on the pole, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. They go around the racetrack one more time here in the Sunshine State. Before the boys have a little play date here in the big block modifieds, 30 laps, and well, not the field we had in the 358 mod, so we'll expect a long green flag run here at some point. And the boys are going to be feeling it. Cars are going to be heavy. Hands are going to be heavier as we look to the sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch the dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Your A-Main is underway. Butters right away with a slide job there. Takes the lead. Looking to protect Michael Vitale. Just slots in line. Long, long way to go. No reason to try to steal the show here on lap number 1 as we cross the line. We're 3 wide for P2. William Watson, he's not bearing any truth to my warning. He's just going aggressive, working the inside. But if you are going to work, you do want to work the inside. It's maybe not the easiest, but you're going to take care of those tires in the process, and that's what the 23 is doing on the inside, as I like to say. Tummy tapping that wall, just getting as low as you can go. The 23 up to P3. Oh, contact between Putt Putt and Lackey. Putt Putt gets on the binders. Lackey saves it. But boy, oh boy, that could have been bad here. Barker now gets into the 51. Christopherson able to gather it up. I told you Putt Putt maybe would have been kicking himself here, not qualifying well tonight. Just not into it. Putt Putt, you can always tell, man. Sometimes you're just not getting all of them. And tonight we're getting a sliver of that 51 machine. The 23 of William Watson going to have to represent for FTM. And he's loving what he sees in front. Those guys set to go to work, but Alex Pomerleau barreled down on the outside. Eggs full. Man, that basket is tipping Alex Pomerleau. He is fired up on the outside. He is ready to make hay. 23 laps to go this time by 6 in the books. Let the boys continue to cook as Lackey throws it on the bottom. Flieger gets a shot there from Billy. Didn't lift out of it, kept it pinned, and he goes around. Tough break there for Flieger. Tried to hammer down out of that one, but I believe when we look at this, there's going to be a slick area coming off the corner. No, not too slick. He almost maybe could have, but that would have been tough either way. Because he gets the first clip. Did he get him twice? That's going to be the... No, so, I mean, he does get him, but, I mean, I think, it could have been a little less harmless there. Flieger probably, I mean, obviously it's not his fault either way, but, it's just one of those things where you saw the other boys when they get tapped kind of gather it back up. It's one of those things that you don't want to have that hammer pinned. That is not your friend. As I noticed the view count spike up there really quick, and I take a look at what's going on in Dirt Vision. Well, it's because the big blocks or the heat races are over, so boys probably checking in, seeing what's going on. So William Watson is the Florida boys' best chance here to get something done. This has been a tough race for, as we highlighted earlier, the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Definitely not what he wanted to have happen to him. Start the race. Butters swaps. He wants to go to the outside here. And the lights are off on the Steve King Foundation pace car, so we'll look to that sky. The green flag is high. Does Butters? He does. He kicks over the popcorn. We're back underway, and oh man, we got someone in the wall. Couldn't tell who that was. Oh man, who was that? It wasn't Butters. Was it Michael? No, it was Harold Klump there, I think. But either way, we continue. Butters out front, leads the way. William Watson going to work here for that middle step of the podium. He's got Joseph Grandy behind him in that 518. Looking like $100,000 down there. I mean, he is smooth as silk. Grandy up inside the top 5, but he wants a little more. The 518 works the middle now, moves up half a groove, doesn't want to give Pomerleau too much room here, and Alex says, well, that's still enough, Joe. I'm going to hold on to this P4 spot, the outside proven to be the place to be here in this middle stage of the race. Oh, Alex Pomerleau gets a shot there from Grandy, and we get a 5-car pile-up, basically. And man, oh man. I think Grandy gets in the back of Pomerleau here on corner entry. I think that's what sparks this. So let's watch that in full speed. Now, obviously, Grandy's coming up a little bit, but Alex may be coming down at the same time, just running 2 different lines here. Nah, it's Grandy coming up. And I think he'd admit to that. From here on out, got him piling up. And just like that, caution flag waves here for the second time in your Village House Coffee Big Block Modifieds. Lights are still on. Some guy's still sitting on pit road here. Not too sure. It's got Clay a lap down. I'm not too sure if he is actually a lap down or if that's just a scoring issue. Either way, nothing I can do about it. So remember, you got your pro late models coming up next. I may get out on the racetrack depending on what is going on Dirt Vision. We'll see. Sharp and Pomerleau able to pull back out on the racetrack. Field doubles up once again here, and Butters looking for his first win of the 2026 season here. The Coast to Coast Racing League, I believe Vitali is as well. As we take a look to that Florida sky, the green flag is high. There we go. Butters kicks the bucket one more time. Good jump there for the 93, but the 213 shuts the door on Lackey. Lackey had dreams of getting on that outside here, maybe hunting for P2 instead. William Watson taking those pipe dreams to the bottom here, tummy tapping into 3. Not enough to clear him off before William Watson looking to drive the wheels off of this 23. Low to the inside. I mean, wherever Blake Chapman is, he's got a smile on his face. I mean, the kid just telepathically knows that somebody is choosing to run that inside. And boy, oh boy, caution flag should wave, hasn't waved, didn't wave. We continue. William clear, he's in P2. We get to the line this time. Yeah, no caution flag. William will be the man in P2. And I don't know if that's what Butters wants to hear. Caution flag waves. We're going to do this one more time. I think this one may have been for the 38 of Adam Flieger. Yeah, Pomerleau just diamonding down the racetrack, and Flieger not able to react quick enough. Let's watch it on board here. Yeah, just barely clips him, and you know, you don't want to lift out of that if you're Flieger, because then you lose all that momentum going down the front stretch. But man, you can see what happens when you don't. Sometimes it can bite you. Flieger gonna have to go to work one more time. William Watson up to P2. Got plenty of time here to go up hunting for the lead. If the boys behind, you know, tighten up the chin straps a little bit and get to work and behave. It has been a, you know, it's almost been an enduro type night here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Lights are off on the Steve King Foundation pace car this time, so we will go back racing here at the Volusia Speedway Park. We'll have 13 laps to go left in the show. Butters has been up front since the drop of the hat here. He wouldn't be the first guy to go flag to flag. The man in P4 just did it in the 358 modifieds. Can Butters do it again? Or can William Watson say something about it here? Is the green flag set the wave? We're back underway. Great jump there by Butters. Let the boys in the back. William may have went a little early. Let him kiss him in the rear end, and Butters dropped the hammer. That is how you restart here. And we counted out Clay Christopherson. Welcome to the party. Here he comes. Putt-putt just sitting outside of the top 5. Chad Lackey, he warned us. He said, if the bottom comes in, I'm here to win, baby. The 66 looking to sit on the bottom, doing bad things down there. side by side at the line. 11 to go for third. Putt battling here for fifth. Clay Christopherson and Billy Roberts looking to get to know each other here a little bit in Florida. But man, these guys don't even have their bathing suits on. They're doing it in their driving suits here. Putt up to P5. William Watson, he's got to go. He sees the 66, that shark on the bottom. The fin's starting to peek out of the water. William Watson goes down, and he's going to shut the door on him, go to work down there himself. Oh, Butters got on the slip and slide. William Watson to the point. Butters back underneath. William Watson leads his first lap. 8 to go. Butters makes contact, goes around. Caution flag waves for Jason Butterfield, who looked to just be trying to protect the lead here. Floats up a little too high. But let's go back. We'll kind of break this down for you here. So watch it at full speed so you can see it just starts to slide there. Never gathers it back up. And then here is where, yeah, Butters, he just comes up a little too far and gets into the side of the 23. Heavy impact with the inside wall. And it's going to do it for Jason Butterfield. I think tough break for the 93, who's having a great run. And, man, is just going to come up about 10 laps too short. The Steve King Foundation pace car rolls down the backstretch here for the final time. William Watson will have 8 laps left here, 4 miles to play at the Volusia Speedway Park as William Watson set to drop the hammer. We are back underway. I need to learn math. 7 laps to play. Putt looking to gather up the chickens on the outside here. What can he do? First guy to venture up to the top shelf. Chad Lackey thought about it, but went right back down to the bottom there, following William Watson. Everybody on the bottom through 1 and 2. Man, monkey see, monkey do. William Watson gets to the point using it. And now everybody's shopping downstairs. That's where Lackey's been all night. That's where he said he'd want to be. And here he goes. Can he get the double here? 2 miles left to play in Florida. Chad Lackey hunting to go 2 for 2. William Watson looking to right the ship here. It's been a rough couple weeks for the 23 machine. William Watson needs this. But man, Chad Lackey, he wants this. Who is going to get it? 3 laps left. William hunkered down. Lackey rolling a little lower, going about as low as you can go here in that 66 machine. William holding toe here. 2 laps to go. Lackey maybe quicker, but is he quick enough to get around as we go up top? You can see Vitale not feeling any pressure there in P3. He wants these guys to get frisky. White flag set to wave. 1 lap left to play. Lackey goes low. William tries to make him go even lower. Lackey, final time. Can he take a peek? William shuts the door. He says, have a seat. Lackey looks to the inside. Can't get there. Checkered flag wave. William Watson holds on for the win here at the Volusia Speedway in your Village House Coffee Big Block Modifieds. Chad Lackey, P2, and Michael Vitale rounds out the podium. What a run. Let's take a look here at the final results, or the full final results, I should say. Clay Christopherson, Billy Roberts round out your top 5. Jeff Sharp, Jeff Barker, Michael Vecchio, Alec Uber, Harold Klump, your top 10. And the rest of the field, Adam Flieger, Alex Pomerlow, Jason Butterfield, and $100,000, Joseph Grandy. Probably want to rewind to about here. And let's see if we can get a word here with your third place finisher, who, of course, he's professional. I'm not. Was sitting there waiting for me. Michael Shaggy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
What's up, Shaggy?
I'll tell you what, man. I'm telling you, I've said this to you, I believe, already this season. I mean, you have just got to be itching for those guys to just race a little bit. I mean, you're right there. No pressure from behind you. If they just start mixing it up, I mean, you're right there for a win. But at the end of the day, P3, man, you got to be happy with it. How are we feeling?
Yeah, I'll take it. You know, like I said, at that point, a couple laps ago, you're exactly right. I was just waiting for them to maybe get into each other a little bit, and I could, make a move on that. But the restarts, that was my night. My restarts were terrible, and hats off to Butter on the restarts because he fooled me 3 times.
Yeah, it looked like the one time, maybe William kind of stacked into the back of him, and the rest of you guys all went with William, and I think he had almost the full second lead, coming out of turn 2. It was unbelievable. But, man, at the end of the day, I mean, not many people can say, they held off Clay and were quicker than him. I mean, like I say, you were right there. If maybe a little better restart, you can put some pressure on William, but man, those guys, Chad and him, they played too nice with each other, and you just had to pick up the scraps. At the end of the day, P3, hell of a job. Congrats, and we want to thank.
Hey, first off, I want you to look up and see if there's a blue moon, because you just said I was a little faster than Clay. That don't happen often, so it's got to be a blue moon. But I'll take it any day of the week.
Yeah, man. And like I say, he's nowhere near you. I went to that aerial cam there at the end because I was trying to see, what you'd need and how close those guys were. And
yeah, no,
he's barely in the picture. You were lightning tonight.
No, I appreciate that. I want to thank all the guys over at Leadfoot Mafia, my teammates, Billy, Randy, Jake, my brother Anthony, you for putting the show on, Coast to Coast for having us here week in and week out. And congrats to them guys up in front there. They put on a hell of a show.
I'm not going to be long here with the momentum you got till you're that guy up front. Hell of a run tonight, man. And the win's coming soon, Mike. Congrats.
I appreciate it. Be good.
Michael Vitale bringing home P3, and now we get to talk to the man who, boy, oh boy, you warned us. You said, that bottom opens up, I'll be there. Didn't have the greatest starting spot. Had to line up 9th, man, and up 7 spots for the hard charger as well as the middle step of the podium. Got to have a smile on your face. How are we feeling?
Oh, for sure, Jay. That was I was just talking to William there. That was an awesome race. That was fun. Like I said, that bottom, I just needed that bottom to come in, and I thought I was going to be okay. I knew on that outside I was just going to go backwards, and that's kind of what happened. I just kind of watched everyone drive away from me. I'm like, anyway, so we'll just take our time here, try and stay out of trouble, maybe make up a couple positions. That's what we did. We dodged a couple of wrecks, and then I tried that bottom there, and we started going forward. So we're like, okay, here we go, and we made our moves and almost got the win. I just needed William to make that little mistake, just to slide up a little bit, just to give me that little extra. But no, he ran a great race on the bottom there and held me off and did what he needed to do.
Yeah, how many more laps do you think you needed here?
I think
I don't know if you even needed 2. I would have set the bar at 1 personally. I mean, you were there. That's why I'm curious what it felt like in the seat.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was a little bit faster than him on the bottom, but I just needed him to make a mistake, and if he didn't do that, I don't think I was getting by him.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, this thing was so perfect, those last couple laps, that, like I say, I think time was the issue. I think you could have maneuvered that thing right around him. I mean, he was definitely quick on the bottom, but man, that consistency out of this thing was something else. Hell of a job, Chad. I mean, a P1 and a P2 at Volusia in the small block and big blocks. That's something, man. We don't see that too often. Congratulations, brother. Who we want to thank?
Of course, again, yourself, Shaggy, for doing the broadcast. I'm not sure who's the sponsor for the big blocks.
Village House Coffee.
We'll go with that. Yeah, thanks for those guys for coming on board and sponsoring Big Block Race, Billings Motorsports, Yurishi Media, Tommy Guns Customs, all the boys in Discord, all the staff at C2C for putting this league on. I just want to congratulate Michael and William there on their finishes and say hi to anyone watching.
Oh, yeah, Chad, I want to do something selfish. I should have asked you this after the 358s. But I think you came out and played in the E-Dirt car, the big block, didn't you? You going to come play in the small block one?
I don't know. We'll see. It was a blast even making that feature. I didn't even think I was going to make the prelim night or the feature in the prelim. I didn't think I was going to even make the consi. Well, we'll see. I might show up. I might not. It was definitely fun with the Charlotte race, but I just can't compete with those guys, to be honest with you.
All righty. Well, I don't know, man. That you're something else in a small block here. I'd love to see it. This is where we're at. We'll see. Maybe I can entice you, but hell of a run, man. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Thanks, Shaggy.
Chad Lackey bringing home P2, but now we bring up the belle of the ball. My former SSR teammate in the 23, William Watson. Brother, boy, oh boy, man, you had a quick race car, but man, those cautions wouldn't go away at the end, and boy, you found yourself in a tight one. He was close, but you held off, man. How we feeling?
Good. I mean, it was a great race. I just had about my time. I knew the bottom was there, and I took it early, and knew it was just going to develop even more once the middle washed out a little bit. So I just waited. They made some mistakes and capitalized on the restarts, and then after that, it was trying to put that tire and just rub that wall.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of mistakes, this isn't a shot at him or anything, but did you get a chance to rewind at that? Did you think, because I think you gave him plenty and then some, but with the contact there with Butters, were you surprised there when you guys kind of get together there on the front stretch? Because I mean, I go in the overtop view. I mean, you maybe had a ruler or two between you and that outside wall. You gave him plenty of room. Were you surprised there by that?
I mean, I wasn't disappointed in him in any ways or mad at him or anything.
Oh, no. I just mean, were you shocked thinking like, oh, I thought I gave this guy plenty of room? No, I don't think it was anything like, malicious or disappointing. Sorry, I didn't mean to word it like that, William.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised he tapped me, but then when I watched it back on the stream as we were going into caution, and it looked like he just either gave it too much throttle and had the wrong line going with that much throttle, or just had the wrong line in general. Coming and doing that cut down, he should have cut the corner down a little more, and we'd have probably met more on the front stretch, and it wouldn't have been as big of an impact. But I mean, he didn't do nothing wrong. He was just trying to make a move, and he did right. He cut down, went up underneath me. I think he gave too much throttle.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. I mean, that's the move you got to make. You're battling for the lead. He's trying to protect, but at the end of the day, Rubbin's racing, and that's going to happen, man. But you hold off Chad Lackey as we're watching right now by, man, just the length of your car. He is right to the back bumper.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, I mean, if this thing's 32 laps, brother, he may be there.
He was definitely faster than me. I even told him, I think it was like the last corner I washed up just slightly, like it was enough for him to put his car there. And I was like, dude, I gotta do something right here. Like, he's gonna get me off this exit if I don't get a run. So what I did is I gassed it up a little more and turned in and to close my front end off. So I got it sideways in the corner, and somehow I still gripped it up coming out.
Well, man,
I was on defense mode right there. He was faster than me. If there was another line to take, he could have got around my outside, that he would have had me.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play defense though, and I mean, you were perfect. No slip ups there, running the middle. Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. It was crazy. It was unbelievable. But hell of a job, William. You played enough defense there, and even with all the boys in Florida, man, you're able to lift the checkered flag here tonight for FTM. Congratulations. Who you want to thank on the big win?
Yeah, teammates at FTM, sponsor fee shops, performance, gearpacks.com, DNA Dirt Car Series, Vortex Graphics for the Route, Shaggy TV, Coast to Coast, and you for broadcasting.
Well, hey, hell of a run, man. Congratulations on the big win, and can't wait to talk to you again here later.
I appreciate it.
William Watson brings home the win here, and that wraps up your Village House Coffee Big Block Modifieds. And I throw us to commercial break, bring up Mr. Adam Flieger here, and we do the Swippy Swap. I hope y'all enjoyed my portion of Thursday Night Thunder. I'm Zach Chapman from Shaggy TV saying so long and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
Yeah, it's up. I'm just trying to make sure I got it all ready to go here. Yep.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Alrighty, we're here live from Volusia for your Pro Late Models here tonight, brought to you by the Real Wraps and Designs. Hopefully everybody's ready for a great race as we get set to rock and roll. We got Steve Bixler out there, Jeff Barker, Jeff Sharp, Michael Vecchio, and William Watson. Got 5 drivers signed up. There comes Zach Chapman in under the wire, bringing in that 72. See if he's got that Regal Wraps paint job on that machine. I don't think I've seen. I know Regal Wraps did a scheme for Shaggy, but I just don't know if he's brought it out yet to show it off yet or not. Now we get set to roll here. Oh, he's got a different scheme on there tonight. Now he rolls out of the pits. Driving a McDonald's machine. The late night. Number 72 there. He's at 747 of Michael Biccio. As we move on, qualifying here. See where these drivers stack up. Who's going to be the first one out there? Looks to be Steven Bixler in the number 75. Rolling off right now. There you see the 747. There's the 513 of Jeff Barker. There you see the times coming in there across above the nameplate down there. They roll down there in the 1 and 2. The 513 working his way through. In the pink right now for Jeff Barker. Jeff Sharp also in the pink. They work there through off turn number 4. Sharp will lay down the quick time of a 15.711. Jeff Barker with a 15.795. Currently looking there at Jeff Sharp in that number 280. Working there off the corner. And he will improve his time to a 15.514. And now the time to beat is a 15.514. Bixler comes in with a 15.587. Does not look like Barker went and improved his time. Here is Zach Chapman. He'll work through 1 and 2. Currently sitting there. He'll lay down. We'll see as he comes off turn number 4. Zach Chapman jumps up there to the pole position with a 15.381. Looks like everybody's qualified. Michael Biccio with a 16.521. William Watson with a 16.140. Jeff Barker with a 15.795. Watson improved his time. Got himself a 16.021. Still not enough to get himself up another position, but did slightly improve it. And we'll move on to our heat races right here. One heat race since we only got 6 drivers. Oh, here you go, your starting grid. Jeff Barker out there on a pole, driving at 513. And the outside of row number 1 is going to be the 75 of Steven Bixler. Row number 2 on the inside, starting third tonight, is going to be Jeff Sharp, driving at number 280. Zach Chapman in the 72 rolls off 4th tonight as he was your quick time. Rolling off inside. Row number 3 is going to be the 23 of William Watson. Start there in 5th. Michael Biccio, the 747, starts back there in 6th. All right, here we go. Your heat race. We got 8 laps the distance. Rolling off the corner. Let's see how it all plays out here. Jeff Barker in that 513 up there. That 75 is Steven Bixler. And now through the front stretch they go here with your real wraps and designs. Dirt Pro Late Models. One more time around. Bill's going to get handed over to Jeff Barker, who's your lead pole sitter. Zach Chapman back here in for it, and he was your quick time. They invert the front four here at Coast to Coast for the heat races. Keeps things interesting. Pace car rolls in. Barney grabs that green flag. Here we go, down the front straightaway. They're down and away. Now Prettle to the floor. Here we go in the corner number 1. As they slide it on through. Look at Chapman looking to maybe go through the middle. As the 75. There is Steven Bixler up there on the top side. The 513. Whoa, hang on to it there, Zach. You don't want to be that high up there in the fluff. As they work there off the corner of the 280 now. We'll crisscross them. The 513 there of Jeff Barker gets a little too sideways. Zach Chapman working there in second as they work there off turn number 3 and 4. Down here in the corner number 1. As the 75, Steven Bixler pulls away here momentarily out there in front. As Chapman closes that gap back in here as he rolls there off of 4 down the front straight away. Remember, he was our quick time. Here and then rolls back there off of 2 down that back straightaway. Zach Chapman driving at number 72. Jeff Sharp there in 3rd. William Watson in 4th. 5th right now, Jeff Barker Vecchio. Not sure where he is. Does not look like he took the grid. 4 laps to go here in your heat race for the Pro Late Models. They work their off turn number 4 down here in the corner number 1. That 280 and Jeff Sharp trying to close in on the 72 of Zach Chapman. As they work here now in the 3 and 4, the 75 of Steven Bixler. Out there in front, the 72 there of Zach Chapman. Got it down there to about a half a second. Can he close it anymore? I doubt he will here in just 2 laps. As they head here through 3 and 4. He's going to make an effort, though, as they come here with the white flag in the air in the corner number 1. Chapman down there on the inside. Going to slide it in there too deep. Going to slide up there and lose ground coming off of turn 2. Going to slide it in down there on the bottom of 3 and 4 once again. Now coming off. Nobody around him as you got Steven Bixler, your winner here in the heat race. The 72 up there, Zach Chapman. In 2nd, William Watson in 3rd, Jeff Barker 4th, Jeff Sharp there in 5th. All right, we'll be back with more racing action here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Your big or your Pro Late Model feature race coming up here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and get the official results up here for your heat race. As it shows, Steven Bixler getting the win. Zach Chapman there in 2nd, William Watson 3rd. Jeff Barker 4th, Jeff Sharp 5th, Michael Vecchio there in 6th. All right, we'll be back and after a word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere, your main event after this.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
All right, back here from the speedway. You see just a few seconds left. We get on to the main event here. Now you got Zach Chapman, the fastest one here in warm-ups right now with a 15.411. "30 laps the distance." Here is your starting grid on that front row. On the inside, starting on pole, is going to be the 75, Steven Bixler. To his outside, starting second in that number 72 tonight, Zach Chapman. Row number 2 on the inside, William Watson driving at number 23. Jip Barker in the 4th tonight. On the outside of row number 2, driving at 513. Row number 3 on the inside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. And then rounding out your field, Michael Machillo there in the 147, which I think he had called it a night. 30 laps a distance as they get set to roll. Zach Chapman, as we said, starting out there in second. Steven Bixler out there on pole. We're about to watch the dust fly here in the main event of the Regal Wraps and Designs Dirt Pro Late Models. I think they're on the inside at 75. Working to try to gonna see if he can hold off Zach Chapman. But Zach Chapman, he's been really quick tonight here in the Pro Late Model. Showing off exceptional speed here at Volusia. One more time around and it will be green flag racing. A little more than what we had last night in the midgets, as we only had 3 in the midget class last night. Tonight we got 5 rolling here. Here they come off the corner. Up there on that top side is Zach Chapman. On that inside is Steven Bixler. Off turn 4. Green flag is out there down the way in the corner number 1. As Chapman gets a great run up there on the outside lane. Getting fit a fender at the moment as the 75 tries to squeeze him up the racetrack. Look out. Here comes Watson down there on that inside lane. Now Chapman falls back there in the second. That's where he started. As the 75 there, Bixler works to the outside. Chapman up there now as they work through turn 3 and 4. Chapman trying to cut down a little bit, trying to get a line there. As they work now here through 1 and 2. Everybody single file for the most part. As Barker ends up a little too sideways, falling back in the 5th. As Jeff Sharp takes a line around him on the outside. And we see, we're going to find out which lane is the best right now as they work around that top side. Here comes Chapman looking underneath of the 75 here in through 3 and 4. Just above that slick spot here coming off. And they work down that front stretch there. Now Chapman dives it in deep, going to slide it up. And here you go, almost 3 wide, can't quite pull it off. The 75 had to let off. 75 there, Steven Bixler, not sure what happened to him as he got an automatic tow back into the pits. You see Watson there in a second now. Bixler just ended up, and I had one of them earlier tonight. Mine was off the turn 4, though. I thought, well, no, maybe mine was off the back. I can't remember. But Chapman now leads the way here in the corner number 3. Watson there in second as they roll off there on the bottom. You'll see Watson trying to make up ground. 23 laps to go. Bixler has called it a night with an unfortunate ending up there on the top side on the backstretch. Jeff Sharp now there in third. Barker back here in fourth. 4 drivers remain here in the Dirt Pro Late Models tonight. Working down here out of turn 3 and 4. Watson trying to get up there to battle Chapman. Chapman here hanging on to the lead right now. He works off turn number 2. A little bit of scuff with the outside wall there on the backstretch for Chapman. Watson closing in on him here as they go into 1 and 2. Lost a little bit of ground there coming off of 2. He's going to have to try to wheel him back in. He worked here through turn 3 and 4. Looks like Watson's a little bit better through 3 and 4. And Chapman, well, there he had a much better 1 and 2 that time. Closed that gap right up. Chapman better be watching that back door as Watson is closing in. Now he ended up into the outside wall. Watson falls back into third. As Jeff Sharp gets it up there in the second. Watson was gaining on him. Ends up a little too high there on the front stretch. Scrubs off all that momentum up against that outside wall. And now roll there into 1 and 2. Sharp now there in second. Chapman leads the way there in the number 72. Barker's back here in fourth. Bixler and Vecchio out of this race. Hey, watch him coming there off. No contest there for Chapman at the moment. Just have to make sure he hits his marks. Rolling there now, as you see Watson trying to grind his way back up there to the lead. He rolls there through on the bottom of 1 and 2. 15 laps to go. Halfway. They roll here off turn number 4. Chapman brings it across. 14 laps to go. Everybody's so spread out. There's just no competition anywhere right at the moment. Barger trying to get a hold of that car right now. Now Watson back here in third. You see Sharp rolling there through off of 2 with Chapman up there in front. We're off up corner number 1 and 2. Chapman up there in the lead. Jeff Sharp second. Watson third. Now Watson's 4.5 seconds back off of the leader of Chapman. Jeff Sharp a little over a second and a half. There you want, come there up, down there in the 1 and 2 once again. 10 laps to go here at Volusia. What a night of racing here with Thursday Night Thunder. Thank everybody for sticking it out and watching the Dirt Pro Late Models, brought to you by Regal Wraps and Designs and myself here at On the Pole from Fleeker Farm TV. You got Zach Chapman out there in the lead. Chapman did gain a little bit there on him as Watson falls back a little bit more. He's now 5 seconds back off of the leader. Down through that backstretch at 23 FTM machine. Not up to where he would like it to be as they roll down that front stretch once again. Barker closing in on him. Now we got Chapman out there in the lead. Jeff Sharp there in second. Watson's there third. There we go, coming around here. 5 laps to go. They come across the line. Turn 1 and 2. Chapman out there in front. See if we can take a quick look here if it'll let me at the point standings for your Dirt Pro Late Models. Jeff Sharp is the leader with 391. William Watson with 365. Trevor Guru with 361, Grandy with 312, and Barker with 299. Looking here for Chapman and I don't see Chapman on the Pro Late Model list. Oh, there he is. I found him. He's in 8th in points with 174 points. Jeff Sharp, as we said, in 2nd. Watson falls back even more now. Barker could get him here if he tries. Final lap, though. Chapman off a turn number 2 down that back straightaway for the final time here at Volusia. Bringing that late-night McDonald machine to victory lane off of turn 4. It will be Zach Chapman getting the win here at Volusia this Thursday night. So Shaggy out there from Shaggy TV pulling off the win here. Fireworks fly. Chapman getting that win. Sharp there 2nd. Watson there 3rd. All right, waiting on our leaders here. Our unofficial results are now official. With Zach Chapman getting the win. Jeff Sharp there 2nd. William Watson 3rd. Jeff Barker 4th. Stephen Bixler 5th. Michael Machillo there in 6th. All right, here we go. As we go back here. William Watson getting that 3rd place here tonight. Good evening there, Watson. How's it going?
Good about you?
It's going well, man. Volusia did not play nice with you tonight here in the Pro Late Models.
No, that wall grabbed me, and I stopped in the front stretch. That's how hard I hit that thing. It's that pit, that stand opening right there.
Yeah.
It's like an invisible barrier.
Yeah, you found that wall good, I'll say that much.
On that thing.
Yeah, it tore the right side of that car up.
Yeah, it did. It scared the crap out of me, too. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, you know, at a time like that, there's a line. I used to play a PlayStation 1 game. It was a Demolition Derby game. And the guy would always get on me because I'd end up into the outside wall, and he'd always scream, "Stay off the barrier. All they'll do is slow you down."
Yeah, that's what my spotter was saying. You got some aero damage. It's probably slowing you down. I was like, yep.
Well, I mean, you had a great run going up there against Chapman. Just unfortunately, that outside wall reached out and grabbed you.
Yeah, he had a good run going. I was going to have to make a move, tap him or something to get around him because he holding his line pretty well. He washed up maybe twice in 1 and 2, but he was able to. They still get the drive out, so it was going to be a good run. It's going to be fun until I made a mistake and touched the wall I could not see.
It happens. I mean, the best of them even catch that wall, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know you're about to do it at all.
No, you don't. You don't think you're that close until you're that close.
Yeah, exactly. I thought I was a good half a foot to a foot off the wall, and either I throttled up too much and the rear end snuck out there and grabbed it, or I was just closer than what I thought I was.
It's hard to say, but you did a great job keeping it there for 3rd place. Hopefully you had fun out there at Volusia tonight.
Oh, yeah, man, I had fun out there. I was trying to catch Shaggy there, and then after I hit the wall, I still had fun trying to defend Barker off. He was coming up in there. I was just trying to hold my line. If he was going to get me, he was going to get me because there was nothing I could do with the car besides just run one line.
Well, you got any sponsor shots? Anybody you want to thank for getting 3rd place here in the Pro Late Models?
Yep, teammates at FTN, Swans B Shops, Duper Performance, Scriptex.com, Express Installation, Vortex Graphics for the wraps, Shaggy TV, Coast to Coast, Regal Wraps and Designs, and Youth Broadcasting.
All right, well, congrats again, William, and we'll see you next week.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, that was William Watson. Now we'll get with Jeff Sharp, your second place finisher. Good evening there, Jeff. How's it going?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, and how you think that car felt tonight there driving that number 280?
Oh, not too bad. I would have liked the track to get worn in a little more, but that's my favorite track, so it was a good race.
Well, were you surprised when you come out of turn 4 that one lap to see Watson in the outside wall?
Yeah, I don't know how I missed him. I got kind of lucky there.
Well, you did a great job missing him and keeping a hold of second spot. Unfortunately, though, I don't think you had anything to really chase down Chapman out there in front.
No, I lost a little bit of time getting around Watson there. Any chance I had, I don't think I could have made it up in that many laps.
Well, you did a great job. The car looked great. You looked great out there handling that car. And you got sponsor shouts. Anybody you want to thank for getting that second spot tonight?
I just thank Real Wraps and Designs and all the boys at Coast to Coast and yourself.
Alrighty, well, congrats there, Jeff, and hopefully you have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. You too.
All right, now we'll get with our winner, Mr. Shaggy. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, Adam. How's it going, brother?
It's going good. I know I'm still waiting to see that late model out on track.
Yeah, I requested to run it from you, I want to say, 2 weeks ago? And, well, my trading paints, Adam, ran out a week and a half ago, or about, not even a week ago, I guess. I want to say 4 or 5 days ago. I had to buy it quick before Monday night. And it won't let me access that paint again without permission. So I slapped one on here real quick before I joined up.
All right, well, I'll make sure I get that worked out there. I'll keep an eye on that. I'm like, I know I've been anxious to see that on track, to see how well it looks when you got a proper driver behind the wheel.
Yeah, I don't know about all that low car count and, needless to say, low car count's what did it for me tonight. I know Jeff Sharp, he was catching me there, because I'm one of the few guys, you'll probably get to admit this, Adam, but if they let me run a mirror, I run it. It is stupid not to. I think anybody who wouldn't when they'll let you is, you're kind of disadvantaging yourself. So I could see he was catching me a little bit, but man, I had such a big lead and the track was so good. I didn't lift out of that throttle once. I don't think I was hammered down the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you look like you had that thing hooked up, and Watson was definitely getting there with you. Just unfortunate that outside walls had different story for him for tonight.
Yeah, I was hanging out in the Discord with William. Him and I, we used to be teammates years and years ago. I like William a lot. He's one of my good friends, and he would have had me. Like I said, I had the mirror on, so I could see him coming in. It's one of those things, I believe the wall got him at Lanier this year too, and I was involved in it because I was right behind him. And man, sometimes those wall openings, they just catch that little, net code area of the car, and that sent him for a ride. If not for that, you'd be talking to him right now instead of me.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great run going, and I mean, you did too. You were doing everything you could to hold him off.
Yeah, I mean, I told him at the start of this race now, when we got the green flag, this was before coming to the green flag, I said, William, now, we both know I should beat you here unless I make a mistake because, being on the outside of the front row, and I thought that mistake happened right away because Steve, I don't blame him at all for trying to come up. I'm trying to run the middle. I didn't want to let him come up, and we make contact there on the opening lap, and I really thought William was going to sneak underneath us both there. I thought I bit myself, but he just had a rough corner entry, and if not for that, he probably would have walked away. But hey, what do they say? You'd rather be lucky than good, right?
Sometimes that it is better to have luck on your side. I know I had no luck tonight.
No, definitely not. They were wadding it up in front of you, and while you got tapped in the left rear a couple times, which I'm glad didn't happen to me in this thing, because like I said, I did not lift at all tonight. That was not in the plan, so I would have run around.
Well, and I believe the officials this week for the super late models were here at this track. I don't know if you had the pleasure of trying it out there or not, but I did. I got pole one night, but I threw that away that night too.
No, I'm going to be honest. I don't really do much official racing. I'll do the 360 sprint cars every now and then, but nah, I don't dapper with too many official races. Now, other than I should say, there, Fleekster, I do love me some road racing. I do a lot of GT3 and stuff like that.
All right. Yeah, see, whenever you're broadcasting over here on Monday nights, there's a league I know of that I'm a part of. They're gearing up for their GT3s run that night.
Yeah, it's they're a lot of fun, man. That's and you wouldn't necessarily think it, but a lot of the trail breaking and stuff that carries over to dirt really well. I think that's made me a better overall driver.
Oh, it will. It does help you. I know. I can run dirt road and I can run dirt, the dirt oval. I can't figure asphalt out to save my life.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I can go fast for 5 or 6 laps, but I have not mastered the tire wear. I don't know how those guys are so smooth on the wheel and can get the life out of those right side tires. I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah, neither am I. But you did a great job in the air tonight driving that 72 to victory lane. You got sponsors, shout-outs, any people you want to thank for getting that victory?
The most important person, you over there at Flieger Farm, man. I can't wait. Hopefully next week when I'm back out there, we can get that wrapped in victory lane. I think that may be a stretch, though, too, in one season. But, hey, we'll see what we can do. All my teammates at Gambler Motorsports, just the guys here who keep things running. I mean, Patrick, Jack, Jeff Barker. I mean, Dino has really stepped up. We don't get a lot of this stuff without those guys putting in a lot of man hours behind the scenes. And, thank everybody who tuned in and got to see that McDonald's 72 in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, you did a great job. So hopefully we'll see the Shaggy TV machine next week. Hopefully.
Yeah. We've got. We'll put the request in right now. I've logged into Trading Paints while we're talking, and I'm going to send that over to you. So approve that, and we'll be good to go.
Well, once I get it, I have Trading Paints open myself, so I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. So. But great job tonight, and hopefully we do get the car counts up here a little bit. I know last night we only had a few for the midgets, and in the night only 5 of you took the grid here for the main event for the Pro Late Model, so we'll see. I know we're coming into summertime too, so that's going to hurt us a little bit, I think.
Yeah, you'll see that drop a little bit, but I think we'll probably be back in no time here.
All right, well, congrats again there, Shaggy, and you have yourself a great night, and enjoy your weekend.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Take it easy, Adam.
You too. All right, that was Shaggy from Shaggy TV getting the win here tonight. Zach Chapman. We go ahead and get ready to sign off here. Thank everybody for watching. We definitely appreciate all of that. And all right, so thank you all for tuning in. Have yourself a great night and a wonderful weekend. We'll be back at it Sunday night with FFTV, Coast to Coast Racing Network. I think they have I can't remember what their schedule is. I gotta remember that sooner or later. But thank you all for tuning in to Coast Racing Network. Have yourselves a great night and wonderful weekend.